Imagine a serial killer so careful, so methodical, that he terrorized an entire state for over a decade and then just vanished.
At least 12 murders, 45 rapes, and more than 100 burglaries spread fear across the state in the 1970s and 80s.
The notorious Golden State Killer remains behind bars. Joseph James DeAngelo.
Authorities say it went on a reign of terror for so many years. The numbers, as I mentioned, are simply staggering. They have been searching for more than 4 decades, and tonight the major clue that unlocked this just days ago. You arrested outside his home. They surprised him.
Police say one of the most elusive serial killers in American history has been captured outside his suburban home.
We found the needle in the haystack.
Detectives working the case for decades, but DeAngelo not a suspect until days ago when they got a break. They say cutting-edge DNA testing allowed them to make a match.
We were able to get some discarded DNA, and we were able to confirm what we thought we already knew, that we had our man.
This story starts in California in the mid-1970s, and it starts with this guy, Joe. Joe is in his late 20s at this point, and he's living in urban California. Here's the thing about Joe. On the surface, he seems like a totally normal, upstanding guy. He's actually a police officer, a trained cop who knows exactly how investigations work. But behind that badge, Joe has a very, very dark side. See, starting around 1974, neighborhoods around Northern California start getting hit by a burglar. And not just any burglar. This guy is meticulous. He scouts neighborhoods for weeks beforehand. He cuts phone lines before he strikes. He disables porch lights. He even moves outdoor furniture around in backyards ahead of time so he doesn't trip in the dark during his approach. He's clearly done his homework and the police have no idea who he is. But then the crimes get worse. A lot worse. Because in 1976, things escalate into something far more horrifying. He starts breaking into homes at night, binding people and attacking them. And he does this over and over again across dozens of neighborhoods all over California. And each time, he's gone before dawn. No face, no name, and no possible way to identify the killer. The police are going absolutely crazy trying to catch this guy. They set up neighborhood watch programs. They run stakeouts, but somehow he always knows, he always slips away. And the most chilling part, he calls his victims afterward. Sometimes months later, sometimes years later, he rings them up just to remind them he's still out there.
Hello? Hello?
And so police across California start tracking what feels like a ghost. They call him the East Area Rapist. Then, as the crimes move south and turn to murder, they start calling him the original Night Stalker. He kills 13 people. He leaves behind DNA at crime scenes, a shoe print here, a ski mask description there, but still nothing, no name, no face. And then, around 1986, the crimes just stop. He disappeared completely, and investigators are left with boxes and boxes of evidence and absolutely zero answers. Now, here's where this woman gets involved. Her name is Michelle. Michelle is a journalist and she becomes completely obsessed with this case. She starts digging through old police files, interviewing victims and piecing together clues that investigators may have missed. And in 2013, she gives this unknown killer a brand new name that sticks forever, the Golden State Killer. She even starts writing a whole book about him. But tragically, Michelle dies in her sleep in 2016 from an accidental drug overdose of drugs she was prescribed and an undiagnosed heart condition. Never knowing who he was, never getting her answer. But she sparked public interest, so enter Paul. Paul is a cold case investigator who has been obsessed with this case for literally decades, and by 2017, Paul and his team decide to try something that has almost never ever been done in a murder investigation. See, they have the killer's DNA from old crime scenes, so they upload it to a public genealogy website. Basically, a site where regular people submit their own DNA to find out about their ancestry and connect with distant relatives. And here's where it gets absolutely crazy. Through that website, investigators start finding possible distant cousins of the killer, possible third cousins, fourth cousins, people who have no idea what they are connected to. And from there, investigators start building out giant family trees, hundreds of names, hundreds of branches, and they start narrowing it down, eliminating people who are too young, too old, the wrong gender, living in the wrong place during the years of the crime. And eventually, after months of painstaking work, one name keeps rising to the top: Joseph James DeAngelo. But investigators can't arrest him yet. They need to confirm the DNA first. So they watch his house and they wait. And one day, DeAngelo tosses something in a public trash can outside his home, and investigators grab it and they test it. And boom, his DNA matches the Golden State Killer's DNA from the old crime scenes. And in 2020, Joseph James DeAngelo pleads guilty to 13 murders and dozens of other charges. He's sentenced to life in prison without any possibility of parole.